Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. So, inshallah, we'll be getting started with our online Zoom majalis. And first, I would like to invite Brother Najam for a recitation of the Holy Quran. Please recite a salawat for him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير، الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا، وهو العزيز الغفور، الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا، ما ترى في خلق الرحمن في تفاوت، فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور، ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير، ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير، وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير. إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور، تكاد تميز من الغيظ، كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتيكم نذير، قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير. وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير، فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير. إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير. وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور. ألا يعلموا من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير. والذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور. أأمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور. أما أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاسبا، فستعلمون كيف نذير. ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبضن ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير أمن هذا الذي هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور أمن هذا الذي يرزقكم إن أمسك رزقه بل لجوا في عتو ونفور أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أهدى أمن يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم قل هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون قل هو الذي زرعكم في الأرض وإليه تحشرون ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين قل إنما العلم عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين فلما رأوه زلفة سيئت وجوه الذين كفروا وقيل هذا الذي كنتم به تدعون قل أرأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن معي أو رحمنا فمن يجير الكافرين من عذاب أليم قل هو الرحمن آمنا به وعليه توكلنا فستعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين قل أرأيتم إن أصبح ماؤكم غورا فمن يأتيكم بماء معين صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please recite another salawat for brother Najam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. If any brother would like to recite a salam or marthia, maybe in any language, Farsi, Arabic, English, they may come forward. Please recite a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. ये कौन सी बस्ती है ये सज्जाद से पूछो
یہ کون سی بستی ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، کیا شام میں گزری ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، یہ کون سی بستی ہے، یہ سجاد سجاد سے پوچھو، مقتل میں وہ سوتے ہیں جو گودی کے پلے ہیں، بازار میں اونٹوں پہ رسل بستہ چلے ہیں، ناموس کھلے سر ہے تو رسی میں گلے ہیں، بیٹی یہ علی کی ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، کیا شام میں گزری ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، کیا عصر کے ہنگام کا بھولے کوئی منظر، خیمے سے ہی کیا دیکھتے ہیں عابد مضطر، سر بابا کا آتا ہے نظر نو کے سنا پر، کیا دل پہ گزرتی ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، کیا شام میں گزری ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، یاد آتا ہے بچی کو بہت سینہ سرور، وہ باپ کا سینہ تھا کہ تھا خاک کا بستر، سو جاتی ہے اب کیسے یہ زندہ کی زمیں پر، کس خوف میں رہتی ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، کیا شام میں گزری ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، یہ کون سی بستی ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، کیا شام میں گزری ہے، یہ سجاد سے پوچھو، صلوات اللہم صلی اللہ.
Now, I would like to give a few announcements before we invite Maulana for his speech. First announcement is that next weekend we will be holding our next majalis programs with Sheikh Hassan Habhab, starting from Thursday, September 2nd till Saturday, September 4th. And this will be in person at the Zainab Center, inshallah. And these programs will be starting at 7:30 p.m., inshallah. And I would also like to make a note that for if any youth would like to sign up to recite Adhan or do Quran recitation or do Latmi or Noha, to please contact me or one of the youth managers, such as Ali Al-Azadi. And I would like to make another reminder to that for brothers and sisters to please sponsor the food for the next programs we'll be having at Center, inshallah. There are still openings, so if you'd like to sign up to sponsor for the food, please use the forms that have been emailed out from the Zainab organization. We will be making another email to send out these forms as well, so please look forward to that. And now I would like to invite Maulana Sayyid Hadi Yasin for his speech. Please recite aloud salawat for him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة لأعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى لقاء يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر الأهد مني لزيارتكم all together إن شاء الله. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Alhamdulillah, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this great opportunity once again. Being in the majlis of Sayyid al-Shuhada alayhi salatu wassalam, which indeed is tawfiq and opportunity. According to our ahadith, being able to attend the majlis of Ahlul Bayt, specifically Sayyid al-Shuhada alayhi salatu wassalam, it's a tawfiq, an opportunity. The farsh aza of Sayyid al-Shuhada is the wing of the malaik. It's been recommended from the beginning. Many of the prophets, they cried for Sayyid al-Shuhada alayhi salatu wassalam, which being in this majalis and keeping the light of the majlis of Azal, it matters and it is important. Imagine right after the Shahada of Sayyid al-Shuhada, that the Azadar of Sayyid al-Shuhada were the caravan of Imam al-Hussein, Sayyida Zainab, the ladies, Imam al-Sajjad, and children, throughout the year and years and years that Mu'mineen and Muhibbeen of Sayyid al-Shuhada, they kept the majlis of Aza of Sayyid al-Shuhada alive up until today. Before, we heard at the time of Bani Abbas that they banned people from going and seeing and visiting the shrine of Imam Hussein. They gave everything they had. In some narration, this says they gave one hand, two hands to be able to go to Ziyarat of Imam Hussein. They kept it alive. They made it as passionate as possible. And now it's in our hand, brothers and sisters. And it's up to us how we are going to, inshallah, take advantage of this opportunity, inshallah, to keep the light of Majlis of Sayyid al-Shuhada on, inshallah, and pass it to the next generation. This night, we talked about the beauties of Karbala. We talked about the lessons that we can learn and the beauties that we can see and learn from Karbala. What we can learn from the Karbala and the Ashura of 61st of Hijri for our daily life today. We talk about some lessons. We talk about ithar and sacrifice. We talk about strength and power. We talk about stability and loyalty in the path of beliefs, in the path of Iman. We talked about these things at some of the beauties that Sayyida Zainab she mentioned, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila, I haven't seen anything but beauty. Indeed, whatever you look, indeed, the reason that Ashura is alive today is because of the beauties and the depth of the lessons and the ma'arif of Ashura and the uprising of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. That's why today is in our hand. Today, and the last majlis that we have, I'm going to talk about another important, very practical lessons that we can learn from Karbala, which made Karbala beautiful. On both sides, we see first and foremost people who invited Imam Hussein to come to Kufa. Some of them were those who stood in front of him and they, killed Imam Hussein and his companion and his family. They missed the opportunity to serve the Imam of their time. On the other side, we see the companion of Sayyid al-Shuhada, the soldiers of Imam Hussein. Some of them, they were not even aware of the invitation towards Kufa, but they found an opportunity to be successful, an opportunity to reach salvation, something that they could not find it anywhere else at any other time. The topic of, brothers and sisters, opportunities, taking advantage of the opportunities of life. In our traditions, we have very much a lot of traditions about an ahadith about the topic of a mu'min is the one who is smart, kayyis, and the one who take advantage of the opportunities and furusah that comes towards him or her. Very practical topic that it really worth thinking and pondering upon this, and to see that one of the most important way that can help us achieve success in life is to recognize the moment, the time, sometimes the location that we should achieve or we should get those successful events or achievement or whatever it is that we need to get it. Unfortunately, the enemies of taking advantage of the opportunity is being distracted, is being so busy with the worldly life, not realizing this can be an opportunity in front of me. When the mind is so busy, when a person is so busy, distracted with different things in life, would not sometimes understand and recognize, hey, this might be the only opportunity sometimes in my life that I have. It is very interesting that we're talking about different aspects, let's say even financial aspects, spiritual aspects, academic aspects, family matters and marriage, let's say, take advantage of the opportunities we have in life. To clarify for you to how important is this topic, is there anyone sitting here in this majlis that can tell me that I have used every single opportunities of my life and I do not regret that I missed any opportunities? Can anyone say it? I would say mostly no. We all have some opportunities in life that we miss them, that we could take advantage of those opportunities in a better way to have more achievement today. Let me give you an example. Many scientists before Newton, they saw an apple is dropped from a tree in front of their eyes, and they didn't take advantage of that opportunity to think about it. Why it's coming down? Why not it's going up, right? But one scientist, Newton, he's sitting next to let's say a tree, see that the apple is dropped down, not going high. We're thinking about, oh, okay, so it's not going high. So taking advantage of the opportunity in the moment, thinking and discovering the gravity, for example, right? Many people, they saw it. I'm sure 1,000 and 1,000 before him, they saw that the apple, when it's dropped from a tree, comes down, not up, but they didn't take advantage of this, right? This can be in a dunyavi aspects or in an ukhravi aspects, doesn't matter. At the day of judgment, one of the names of the day of judgment, brothers and sisters, is Yawmul Hasra, the day of regret, the day that people look back at the day of judgment, look at the dunya and says, I wish I could take advantage of my opportunities in dunya. I wish I would, even mu'mineen, the kuffar and those who committed sins, and they are definitely they say that. Even the mu'mineen, even the good people, they said, we wish we could take advantage of the opportunities in life better. Everybody would say, beside the 14 people, Ma'sumin, everybody would say that, we wish we could take advantage of it better. So, hadith from our Imam, beloved Imam, Amir al-Mu'minin, Imam Ali sallallahu alaihi wasallam, beautifully, he said, انتهضوا فرص الخير فإنها تمر مر الصحابة. Make sure you take advantage of the good opportunities that are in front of you in your life, because the opportunities will pass you like clouds pass you. How fast the cloud was on top of your head in the sky, before you be distracted, the cloud passed you already, right? Take advantage of the opportunities in your life as, the way that you take advantage of, anything else, because they pass you as the cloud pass you so quickly. It's so difficult to find the opportunity, for instance, in life, but the opportunity will pass us very quickly. And Imam says, فرص الخير. That means there are some فرصة that are not خير, it might be shar. Some people are looking for stealing from someone, right? They're looking for an opportunity. Oh, he's distracted. Let's steal something from them. Betraying, something else. So فرص الخير. In one of the beauties, you said this forsa at Karbala, right? The companion of Imam Hussein, look at them. When Imam Hussein is telling them, guys, at night of Ashura, leave me, go. And these people, this qawm, Bani Umayyah, don't want to deal with me. They don't want to kill you, so you can go. They stand up one after another one saying that, Hussein, where should we go? How long are we going to live in this dunya? Another few years? Finally, we're going to die. So we leave you alone, son of Rasulullah, Imam of our time, in this desert, in front of these enemies, for the sake of us to live few more years in this dunya? They are calculating so amazingly based on their iman, not logically necessarily per se. The calculation of iman at the right time, right moment that helps them. Hazrat Yusuf and Zulaykha invited him to that wrongdoing and haram. Quran says, Lawlara and Burhana, the Burhan and the Dalil and the sign and guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped him in the moment. What is that help? The iman of Yusuf that helped him in the moment, right? The iman of the Shuhada of Karbala helped him in the moment to choose between haqq and batil, to choose the haqq and righteousness. We see that they say, where should we go? On the other side, how they're losing their opportunities, and they're missing their opportunities by the worst time and the worst style of losing it. Because of achieving, they founded a forsa, an opportunity to get some of more of this dunya, right? Khuli is having and holding the head of Sayyid al-Shuhada to bring it to the palace of Ibn Ziyad to get some more coins from Ibn Ziyad and Yazid. He thinks this is an opportunity in life, while no, it's actually the opportunity of shar, not opportunity of khair. On the other side, Habib ibn Mabahir, Muslim ibn al-Sijay, Wahab al-Nasrani, who was not even Muslim before, and he became Muslim after that. He's sacrificing himself for the sake of Imam of his time. One thing I mentioned, brothers and sisters, let's come to our own time. The reason that people miss their opportunity are some reasons. One of them is being distracted in life, not understanding what is right, what is the right moment of their opportunities. I'm going to give you some examples. Unfortunately, nowadays, we're so distracted. We're distracted with this dunya. We're distracted with our phones, with social media, with the screens, with work, with life, with news, with everything around us. Too much noise, too many voices, too much news, and things around us made us so distracted, not let us have time for ourselves to ponder upon our life. What was the last time, brothers and sisters, I'm asking you, that you had an opportunity to sit down with yourself without anything else? No phone, no TV, no children, no work, nothing. You and you, brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so, sit down, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, start thinking. When was the last time? Without the phone rings, or the message or notification, or children, or the work, or my mind be so busy with, oh my God, what do we do with this dunya? When was the last time? Very rarely we might have although the hadith is saying التفكر عبادة, thinking and contemplation, tafakkur is an ibadah, is worship. Nowadays, we made ourselves so busy. Multiple devices at home and the TV. As soon as you want to pray, your phone ding, ding, ding. A noise from somewhere. Akhbar and news from another one. Oh, how many corona things happen? How many people here and there? You know, what's going on the other side of the world? It's all good, but how much? We're so busy with this world. When it comes to irfan, when it comes to, mysticism and getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it says the mind of the person who wants to do the suluk should be empty from distraction. If your mind is so busy, you would not understand this might be an opportunity in life. You'll miscalculate. Many of our youth, boys and girls, specifically girls, might reject the opportunity for marriage because of what? No, I'm not ready yet. I'm going to do this and that. Those who are at the time of marriage. No, I have to study, no. Well, let's pause here. Very good to study. Alhamdulillah, beautiful. Let's do it. But let's pause here. Well, there's nothing wrong in terms of, there's no contradict getting married and studying. No, it's not either this or that. But what if you kept praying? Remember for example, last night of Qadr, night of Ashura, you prayed, Ya Allah, I want a good spouse. What if this opportunity that is knocking on the door of your house or asking for you might be this one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent for you? What if you're not thinking, you miscalculate and you lose this opportunity? How about that? How about I have an opportunity to serve Ahlul Bayt, to come to the masjid, to be a volunteer, to do something, to help financially, however is possible. And I don't get it. Inshallah, other people would do it. Quran says, as-sabiqun, as-sabiqun, ulaika al-muqarrabun, ulaika al-muqarrabun. Those who are, there's a competition, they're in competition to do khair. Now, I want to do this. No, I want to do that. Go all the way, opportunities in life, academically, anything else. We need the time to think. We need a time to have with ourselves. We need a device-free time during the day, some hours, turn off the modem, turn off the devices, everybody put it in a box, lock it, just that's it. Let's have a free life. Not with all these chains around us. I'm not even going to psychological studies about how these devices, social media are, causing depression, anxiety, OCD, all this thing that, this is my expertise. I'm doing my dissertation actually is about this, the effect of screen time, excessive screen time on, the family and the relationships between family, members. Forsa. If I want to know the forsa, for example, those who have a stock market or in the stock, they have the share, they look for the opportunities every single time. They keep checking. Is it a good one? Let's invest on this one. Is this a good one based on experience? Let's invest on. They're just so dedicated to their life, to that job and to that business. Oh, this is open. Let's buy it at this moment, right? How about us with the most important asset of our life, which is our umr, our life. The days, the hours, the minutes of our life that are in front of us, how we take advantage of them. Qurr ibn Yazid al-Riyahi, at the day of Ashura, in the morning of Ashura, he sees himself between Jannat and Nar. He finds an opportunity, he says, Wallahi, I'm not going to pick Nar and hell, I have to pick heaven. He finds the opportunity, who take advantage of the opportunity. He's a commander of the army of Umar al-Sad. He's the one who stabbed Imam Hussein in Karbala. But he takes an opportunity within few minutes or hours from rushing towards the hellfire. He's changing his path towards heaven. And today is one of the greatest shuhada of Karbala. Right? And it's very important, brothers and sisters. We have this in the Da'a Makarim al-Akhlaq, the 20th supplication of Sahif al-Sajjadiyya by Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma sallam. Imam very beautifully says a few phrases of this dua. Bismillah ar-Rahman. Wakfini ma yashqaluni al-ihtimamu bih. Ya Allah, spare me the concerns which distract me. Wakfini ma yashqaluni. I don't want to be distracted with other things. You help me so I won't be distracted from you by these worldly and dunyavi things all around me. I can work for dunya, but I remember you and zikr of you. But I don't want this dunya to distract me from you. واستعملني بما تسألني غدا عنه. Ya Allah, employ me, let me work on those things, and those things that you will ask me about them tomorrow. Beautifully, Imam is saying. It can be a job, it can be opportunity, taking care of family, children, parents, whatever it is. تسألني غدا عن, things that I want to be working for, those things that you ask me. واستفرغ أيامي فيما خلقتني له. Let me pass my days in whatever you created me for those things. I don't want to be in negligence, in a ghafla. I don't want to be neglected and not knowing what is around me. Many of people in Karbala that they came were just so ghafil about the opportunities that's in front of them to be the best in dunya wal akhirah, to be among the shuhada that Imam Hussein said, إِنِّي لَا أَعْلَمُ أَصْحَابًا أَوْفَى. I don't know any sahabi, any companion, any soldiers more loyal than you guys. There's no ashab who come like ashab of Imam Hussein. They lost the opportunity because of what? Because dunya blind them, make them blind. Dunya didn't let them see the reality and the opportunities of life. Be very careful, brothers and sisters, the opportunities that we have in life. The opportunities that your children are grazing in front of you. How you're doing? Well, no, I have to go to work. Brother, you have to spend more time with your children, brother. Within few years, you're going to go to Maulana or to myself. You say, Maulana, help me. My younger son or daughter, they're not practicing Islam. Then I'm going to refer you back to those years that, yes, I have to work to pay the bills. I know you have to work to pay the bills, but this is more important. Work, but spend some good amount of days and time for your children. They're raising up in front of you. Just don't be happy they're going to Sunday school or Islamic school or because they know memorize some surah of Quran. No. Because the enemies are so careful. The enemies put their dedication to distract your children from the right path. Imam Ma'soom said, be very quick in training and teaching Iman to your children because the enemies are so quick in taking them. Have to be careful the opportunities in front of us. And the hadith says, you lose the opportunities, that's it. It's very difficult to have them back. How am I spending my days, my nights, my life? Whoever is sitting here, what ages we have? We have teenagers, inshallah, we have brothers and sisters and elders. And how are you spending your life? In what you're spending your life? Beautifully, Fakhr Razi, one of the greatest mufassirin and commentators of Quran, of Ahl Sunnah, he has a tafsir of Surah Al-Asr, Surah Asr, إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. He said, I have difficulty to do the tafsir of this surah. What does it mean? وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. So he said, one day I was passing a street. It was summer. It was very hot. I saw someone who was selling ice. He put his, his ice, whatever he had, on a box in this heat, and he was shouting and yelling to people and marketing for people to come and buy it. He was saying, "Irhamu man yadhubu ra'su malih." Come and please buy this ice from someone who the whole asset of his life is melting in front of his eyes. I knew this is the tafsir of this ayah, this surah of Quran. The whole assets, he put everything, he had money, everything, he purchased ice, and in this heat, it was melting. He said, please come and buy it. He says, Innal insana lafi khusr. Our life, the days, the minutes are melting in front of me. How am I using it? Illa ladina amanu wa amilu salih. Except for those who have iman and amal salih. Taking it. If people at that time had the opportunity to spend time with the Imam of the time, be among the Shuhada of Karbala, we still have time to serve the Imam of our time. It's not fair that Allah provide the opportunity for a group of people, not for other qawm. No, it's up to us how we are going to serve. Let me tell you what. At the time of Imam Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wasalam, what was the opportunity for people to serve Imam Ali? When they attacked the house of Amir al-Mu'minin, at night Amir al-Mu'minin will knock on the door of the people to come. Only few of them comes. The rest, they missed the opportunity. At the time of Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam, how they could take advantage of the opportunities to serve Imam Hassan, not to tell him Ya Mudhill al-Mu'minin. At the time of Imam Hassan is clear. At the time of Imam Sajjad, go all the way, Imam Hadir, if they could take advantage of the opportunities, the same as Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. And Ajjalallahu ta'ala. We are in the time, different situation throughout different Ahlul Bayt, different Imams. We are at the time that we can take advantage of serving the Imam by preparing ourselves. Let me ask you a question, brothers and sisters. Who are supposed to be the 313 of the Ashab al-Khas and supporters of Imam Zaman? Are they going to come from the moon? Are they going to come from the heaven? Who are they? They are human beings. From where? From us. Our children, us, our communities. If not from the Shia community, from where? Those who are those who were supposed to help Imam al-Hussein when he came to Karbala, who were there? People of Kufa. Few hours left to get to Kufa, right? People of Karbala. People of Kufa, you're supposed to come. Those who invited him. When Imam al-Zaman, he's in occultation, or when he comes back, who is supposed to help him, support him? Us. Have you thought about this? Your children. Brothers and sisters, if the parents of Kufa, 10 years before Karbala, they were thinking about, we need to raise children that when the Imam of their time needs help, the Iman of our children should be to the level that they sacrifice themselves for the sake of the Imam of their time. If they were thinking about this, they wouldn't have missed the opportunities that their children or themselves to stand in front of the Imam of their time and kill him. They didn't even think about it, that the big imtihan and the test is in front of them. They didn't even know that the وَأَعْظَمُ مُصِيبَةً مصيبة ما أعظمها وأعظم رزيتها في الإسلام وفي جميع السماوات والأرض. They didn't think about this. The biggest musibah is going to be happening with their own hands. Anytime in a community being tested, at the moment they're not aware of that. They don't know this is the biggest test, including us. We might be in the biggest test of the history. Why? Because 124,000 prophets came to provide opportunities for Islam. Imam Rasulullah, he established Islam. All the Imams came for the sake of the last savior, Imam of us, Imam Mahdi to be the Baghiyatullah, to establish Kalimatullah, Tawheed on the earth. Whatever all prophets and Imam, they did not have the opportunity because of the people of the time to finish, Imam Zaman will finish. So the time of Imam Zaman is the most important. If we're not raising children to be ready, when is that? Bismillah, it can be any time. Look at the world, what is happening around us. Within the last 10, 15 years, the world is upside down. How many countries are in war and situation and crisis and problems? And now the pandemics, the viruses and the sickness, all these things are happening around us. We didn't have these things 20 years ago, 15, 25 years ago. Inshallah, these are the signs of moving towards the zuhur of, we don't want to say 100% things happen, but we're going to say, inshallah, things are very near. Ya Allah, we don't know if the next 10 years, inshallah, soon this week, inshallah. Let's say we don't know in the next 10 years, Imam Zaman is going to, inshallah, be taking inshallah, the management of the world. What if our children, the same child that is 10-year-old today is 20-year-old at that time? How is it going to be at that time? Then brother and sister go work and everything and be distracted from your children. People of Kufa. Amir al-Mu'min says, you have to take ibrah, lesson from the tarikh, from the history. Karbala is not a historical event for us. Karbala is kullu yawmin ashura wa kullu ardin Karbala. Means me and you thinking about Karbala today. What was the virus in the community of Kufa and Karbala of that time? That the people 50 years after the demise of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the companion of Rasulullah is still in the community. They stand in front of one of their time and behead him, kill him with the worst. Kind of virus is that they became so savage like that. Listen, learn from this. They invited the Imam. We invited our Imam. There are few things we have to be careful with the opportunities. One, our life. And I'm talking to my younger friends as well. Be careful how you're spending your days and nights. I know you have to play video games, you have to do things, but be careful. These moments of your life are not going to come back. Qasim ibn al-Hasan also was young. He took advantage of the opportunity. Abdullah ibn Hasan was young. He took advantage of it. Ali Akbar was young. All of them. Look at Karbala, how many youth and young companion of Imam Hussein we have. Everything at its times, yes, but take advantage of the opportunities. Be careful not to be brainwashed with the things that enemies and dunya is bringing in front of you. Rasulullah is saying, كن على عمرك أشح منك على درهمك ودينارك. How are you careful with your money? How much you have, how much you spend. If you want to buy something, you compare discount here, or this is better than this. Rasulullah says, be more careful with your life. The minutes of your life, more important, be more careful than the money, how you spend your money. Being young and youth. It is very important. What you can achieve today, you cannot achieve when you become older. The 2 rakat salat of a young one has way more thawab than the 2 rakat traditions, the salat of older ones. Good opportunities, friends, friendships. All of us. Who is your friend? Who you choose to be your friend? Muslim ibn Awsaja and Habib ibn al-Zahir together. They were together, they're friends. They left Kufa. First, at the Dhuhr of Ashura, day of Ashura, first Muslim ibn Awsaja went to the battlefield. When he was on the ground, last moment of his life, Habib came to him and says, anything I can do for you, tell me. He pointed with his finger to Imam Hussein and says, take care of this man, be with him. My wasiyah, my will to you is that take care of him, be with him. How they were supporting, how they were helping each other. Friendship to invite each other to khair, not to shar, not to distractions. There are some times that we need to take it for opportunity. Time of Muharram and Safar, the time of Ramadan, which Muharram and Safar has more opportunity and power than even Ramadan. We see some people who are not practicing anything in Islam during Muharram, they leave everything. They don't listen to music, nothing haram and everything, but they're speaking from Imam Hussein. In Ramadan, they might not fast, but in Muharram, they have to come to Majlis. Beautiful, still beautiful. They're majority of it. There's some opportunities sometimes in life, brothers and sisters, that we can take advantage of them, inshallah. Be careful. This Muharram and Safar, do not let this opportunity of the Azaa of Majlis of Sayyid al-Shuhada to pass you unless you get what you want. Even one thing. Today, think about it. If I want to have one thing in my life to change it, to become better, what is that thing? Until the end of Muharram and Safar, think about it to achieve that. Even in this Muharram, one thing we achieve, that's a lot. Take advantage of anything else, even of dunya and dunyavi aspects. Take advantage of the ilm and alim. Many communities don't have the opportunity to have alim in them. There isn't alim or ulama around them. Alhamdulillah, you have an opportunity to have alim around you, have access to alim. How do we take advantage of it? How do we respect them? How do we take advantage of their ilm and alim and ulama? The tradition is saying at the day of judgment, 3 things would complain to Allah against the community. 1, masjid, a center would complain to Allah, Ya Allah, I was there, they didn't come to take advantage of me. 2nd, Quran, I was in the house, they didn't recite, they didn't take advantage of me. 3rd, alim, I was in the community, they didn't come to take advantage of me and my knowledge and my opportunities. The opportunity of doing something khair. Don't wait for the opportunity to come to you. You go hunt opportunity. You go look for the opportunity. There's some people, they have a book. They have little Quran in their pocket. They have book. As soon as they are in traffic, they're in bus, they're just like somewhere waiting for something. They don't waste their time. They open the book, they open the Quran, they start reciting, do something. They hunt the opportunities. Imam al-Salih said, The one who has an opportunity and doesn't use it and wait for another one, the better one, and postpone it, he or she will lose that opportunity. It's very difficult to have the opportunity back. Let's think about it. What can we do? What can I do to take care of the opportunities of my life? We mostly, careful with the dunyavi opportunities, but what can we do to take advantage of the spiritual opportunities of life? We do not know what will happen tomorrow. In the ziyarah to Ashura says, وَلَا جَعَلَهُ اللَّهُ آخِرَ الْأَهْدَ مِنِّي. Do not let this ziyarah to be the last ziyarah of my life. I want to have one, but we don't know if it's the last ziyarah. How many people they said, Assalamu ala al-Hussein, wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein, wa ala awlad al-Hussein, wa ala ashab al-Hussein. That was the last ziyarah that they had. Tamam said, oh, next time, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. They didn't know when they saying the salam. How many people they said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, as-salat. Salat is over. They didn't even know that this is the last salam of the salat that they had. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers, thank you so much. Your salat of your life over. You didn't tell me. We're not supposed to say. Someone told Israel, please let me know a week before you want to come and take my life. I said, okay. A week after that, Israel came and says, let's go. He says, you're supposed to come and tell me when. He says, I did. When? Remember you went to the funeral of your brother? I came and showed you. Remember that time you saw the cemetery? I was there, I showed you, it might be your time. You didn't think about it. You didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Let's be less busy in this dunya. Let's have some times. Let's go to our cave, the cave of Ibadah, to be alone with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Literally have sometimes start pondering, start thinking, start being away from this dunya. Why the nature is so good. Go to the nature. Go in the middle of a forest, a nature, a mountain, somewhere that you don't hear anything from the cities. Just you alone, quiet. You can think. Anywhere, anytime. What am I doing? How old I am? How am I using the opportunity in my life? Ya Allah, what am I doing? What am I doing? I need your help. I'm so busy with dunyavi aspects around me. Help me to have irfan, ma'rifah, to have to go to the next level, that these things wouldn't be my concern. Shuhada of Karbala. I want to take you, brothers and sisters. Let's go to the 21st of Ramadan. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's on his deathbed, taking the last moments of his life. The narration says, the report said that Imam Ali sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some people were in the room, coming, visiting. Imam says, everybody leave the room except the children of Zahra. I want to spend the last moments of my life with children of Zahra. The traditions are saying that everybody went and left the room and they saw Abu Fadl Abbas is leaving the room. And so Amir al-Mu'mineen look at Abu Fadl and says, Abbas John, where are you? Maybe Ta'bir is that Abbas says, you said children of Zahra and my mother is not Zahra. If you want to ask Imam Abu Fadl Abbas for something, say to him for the sake of your mother Zahra. He's very sensitive about Imam Zahra. Abbas came inside. Imam, he grabbed the hands of Imam Hussein. He put it in the hands of Abu Fadl Abbas. Usually it's opposite. You put the hands of the younger ones in the hands of the older ones. Now it's opposite. The hands of the older ones in the hands of the younger ones. Abbas John, I'm not in Karbala, Abbas. His brother is not going to be in Karbala. His mother is not going to be in Karbala. Take care of Hussein. He's alone in Karbala. Abbas promised you, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, and he fulfilled his promises with the best way possible that he could. He waited and he waited. He gave his head for Hussein. He gave his hands for Hussein, everything for Hussein. Oh, the last moment. I don't know why the musibat of Abd Fadl Abbas came. Bismillah. The last moment when everybody became Shaheed, Abd Fadl Abbas alone, Hussein, he said, Ya Sayyidi wa Mawlai, I can't tolerate it anymore. Hearing the voice of Al-Atash of your children asking me for water. How can Hussein, Saqqa of the Ahl al-Khiyam, can be quiet and don't do anything? Oh brother, let me go bring some water. Narrations are saying that Imam Hussein, he did wida with everyone and farewell with everyone when they wanted to go to the battlefield. But for Abul Fadl Abbas, there's no wida. Why? Because Abbas didn't go to the fight and battlefield. He went to bring water. All children and Hussein, they were expecting Abbas to come back. No one can stand in front of him. Ya Allah, Hussein left, Abbas left. They got separated by the army. Ah, the moment that Abul Fadl Abbas, he raised his voice, Ya Akha, Adrik Akha. Oh brother, come and take care of your brother. Abbas, you never called me brother. Imam knows what that means. Abul Fadl is taking the last moment of his life. Quickly, Imam Hussein came to Abul Fadl Abbas, grabbed his head on his lap. Al-an inkasara dhahri wa qallat hilati. Hussein is telling, Hussein is the one that the whole world need his support. Now his whole support is underground, Arab and Araba, pieces and pieces. Ya Allah. Hussein is crying. Abul Fadl Abbas, he's telling Hussein, Agha Jan, Abbas is saying, Imam is saying, why are you upset, Abbas Jan? You're living this dunya. I am afraid now you are here to grab my head and take care of me, Hussein. What is going to happen few hours from now? And who is going to pick your head? Abbas, don't worry. Shemr Mal'un, he is there to pick up the head of Hussein. Imagine children of Khiyam, they're waiting for Imam. They're waiting for their uncle Abul Fadl come with the water. When they saw their father came back, maybe he grabbed, he was holding his bag coming back without the Amu and uncle. Maybe Sakina and Ruqayya and others are telling each other, that's it, we're not gonna see our Amu anymore. There's no water coming, there's no Amu coming. They told their Amu, if you cannot bring water, that's fine. Amu, come back yourself. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بغيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر الأهد مني لزيارتكم. All together inshallah. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. One more time inshallah, bring your hajat, the dhuhr of our Imam in your mind and see yourself in Bain al-Haramain and say salam. Assalamu ala al-Husayn وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين على لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. اللهم صل على محمد ومحمد. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج والعافية والناصر ومد في عمره الشريف وزين الأرض بطول بقائه واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره وشيعته يا رحمن ورحيم ثبت قلوبنا على دينك بحق الحسين يا Allah hasten the ظهور for the Imam Mahdi. Let us and our generation be among the true followers of our Imam. Do not let anyone from our generation against the path of Islam or honor and debate. Ya Allah, help our youth, make them successful in dunya wal akhirah. Remove obstacles towards the marriage. Those brothers and sisters around the world who are under difficulties, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, Bahrain, the Shia of Ahlul Bayt, Ya Allah, provide opportunities for their freedom. Those who are sick, Muhammad wa Muhammad, kill them, and those who passed away, send the thabab and reward from our gathering to your soul, inshaAllah. Rahimallah, min yaqra al-Fatiha and as-salawat. Mu'tamad Hussein.
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. If any brother or youth would like to recite Nohar Latmiya in Farsi or English, they may come forward or use the Zoom chat function and send a direct message. Now I'd like to invite Brother Hassanin Al-Azadi. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم وبشبتة حزم حبيب الهبة قالها يا زينب ذول سلم النيبة وبشبتة حزم حبيب الهبة قالها يا زينب ذول سلم النيبة صدقي يا صحبتهم صدقي يا صحبتهم لمهم حبيبي بخيمته وقليلهم تدرون زينب خايفة نغديرهم دخنت الروس وذبة وعمايمهم للخيمة مالي عمرك ضوكيلهم للخيمة مالي عمرك ضوكيلهم قللها بن ظاهر يا بنت علي باكر اشلع عيون القال شاف خيالك يا بنيتي زينب خليها يبالك كضوا شواربهم حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم قلت له عمي وكفو من سمعته وذب على راسه تراب من حاجته طاب بلحيته ويبكي من شافته طاب بلحيته ويبكي من شافته سكتة بكت متعودة تبكي بسكتة سكتة بكت متعودة تبكي بسكتة وعين علي ربعة كل من لبس درعة كل واحد على الباشط مخليده بس الحسين يقول له تريده وتحزموا كلهم حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم عين حسين عليهم ومتبسم وعد بالاخر يحسبي متحزم بنفاسهم عطر الوفا يظل يشم عين على العباس شافه مغيم عين على العباس شافه مغيم قال له علي خلها هاي الزلم كلها وصارت مسابق بين اخو واصحابه هوسوا ليل حقها اجت طلابه ضحكا صوارمهم حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم قالهم حسين الراية ملتموا يا ابو الفضل انت وحبيب تقدموا الباقين على المعركة كلها التفوا الباقين على المعركة كلها التفوا وكلكم فارد هد عليهم هدوا وكلكم فارد هد عليهم هدوا قالوا لك يا وانت وتعزم بشتك شاشن هي صار العزم عند انصاره سنو يهد وياهم ببتاره يحلف بغيرتهم حلوا بيا ذبوا عمايمهم. وش خبر عيد جيش الكفر خلاهم خافون من الهوى اللي يتعداهم، بصوت اصفر والشمر ناداهم اصحاب الحسين حسين هدوا ياهم، اصحاب الحسين حسين هدوا ياهم. خاتشي متحزم طالب بدم مسلم وجع زلمهم ما ثبت بمكانه، من شاف ابو فاضل مكان فردانه وجع زلمهم ما ثبت بمكانه، من شاف ابو فاضل مكان فردانه. اصحاب افرحوا كلهم حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم. هذا رزق من الله لو عالفطره، واحد يصير يصبح بابن الزهره. اصحاب الحسين الاسم هذا شكبره، نيالهم بيهم عطر من عطره، نيالهم بيهم عطر من عطره. مصاحب واليمه طاحوا مثل نجمه، غاروا فاضل حتى ظل من عيدهم، بقد ما يحبون الحسين يحسهم. يغاروا فاضل حتى ظل من عيدهم، بقد ما يحبون الحسين يحسهم. بس بسوالفهم حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم، حلوا بيارهم ذبوا عمايمهم. وبشيبته تحزم حبيب الهبه، قالها يا زينب دول سلم النيبه. وبشيبته تحزم حبيب الهبه، قالها يا زينب دول سلم النيبه. صدقي يا صحبتهم صدقي يا صحبتهم يا حسين يا حسين.
يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين، तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी। कब्र अब्बास पे ज़ैनब ये सदा देती थी, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी। तेरी शहजादी उधर दर ना फिराई जाती, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी। कभी असरब तो कभी सूए नजफ देखते थे, कभी तेरे कटे शानों की तरफ देखते थे। हाय शहन अकबर के कलेजे से निकाली बर्छी, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी। हो गई सानिए ज़रा भी ज़ईफ़ा अब्बास, सांस लेती हूँ मगर मैं नहीं जिंदा अब्बास। तेरे टुकड़ों की कसम तेरी बहन टूट गई, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी, तू अगर होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता गाजी। प्यास में भी तुझे आवाज دیے جاتے تھے، زیر خنجر بھی تیرا نام لیے جاتے تھے، گردن شاہ پہ جب شمر چلاتا تھا چھری، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، میرے ہاتھوں کو بھی رسی سے گیا تھا باندھا، میں بھی ہاتھوں کا نہ لے پائی سہارا بھیا، جیسے تو زی سے گرا ویسے میں ناقے سے گری، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، قید خانہ بھی غریبی پہ میری روتا ہے، لاش مستور اٹھائے یہ کہاں ہوتا ہے، فرض بیٹوں کا نبھائی علی کی بیٹی، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، کیسے بتلاؤں وہ دربار کا منظر بھیا، کھیلتا تھا سر سرور سے ستمگر بھیا، مارتا تھا میرے مظلوم کے ہونٹوں پہ چھڑی، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، تو اگر ہوتا تو ایسا نہیں ہوتا غازی، یا حسین یا حسین،
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین، اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد عجل فرجهم. And now I'd like to invite Brother Abdul Qadir to please recite Ziyarat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين، السلام عليك يا مولاي يا أبا محمد الحسن المجتبى، السلام عليك يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله، السلام عليك وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك، عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم، السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، السلام عليك يا مولاي وعلى أخيك أبي الفضل العباس. السلام عليك وعلى أختك الحوراء زينب. السلام عليك وعلى ابن عمك مسلم بن عقيل. السلام عليك وعلى جدتك خديجة الكبرى. السلام عليك وعلى المستشهدين بين يديك ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب العصر والزمان يا قائم آل محمد. الأمان 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 من فتن الزمان. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله مخرجك وظهورك وجعلنا من أنصارك وأعوانك. سيدي يا ابن الزهراء كن لنا شفيعا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات ورحمة الله وبركاته. صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. And just as a few closing announcements and reminders, inshallah, next weekend from Thursday to Saturday, September 2nd to September 4th, we will inshallah be having our next majalis programs with Sheikh Hassan Habhab, inshallah, which will be in person at Zainab Center starting from 7:30, and we will be having salat before speech and Nohan, inshallah. Another reminder for all youth to, if you want to recite Quran, do Adhan, or do any Nohar Latmiya, to please contact one of the youth managers. And for food sign up, please use the Google Forms that we have sent out in the Zainab through the Zainab email. We'll be sending out a new reminder as well for that. Sallallahu ala sayyidina wa nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala tayyibin at-tahirin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Thank you.